Welcome back. In the last episode, we talked about SOPs, how to build simple procedures that remove dependency on memory. Today, we are talking about a decision every growing business eventually faces. When things get busy, do you scale by hiring people, adding tools, or simplifying the business? Most founders choose based on decision. They feel pressure, they feel behind, and they grab the first solution that feels like relief. So they either hire too early, buy too many tools, or keep piling complexity until they collapse. This episode is about making scaling choices with discipline. So growth increases output without increasing chaos. Let's start with why scaling decisions go wrong. Scaling decisions go wrong because pressure is high. When you are overwhelmed, your brain wants fast relief. You feel behind, you feel overloaded, you feel impatient. So you grab a solution quickly. But scaling is not adding. Scaling is increasing output without increasing chaos. If your solution increases chaos, you didn't scale. You just made the business more complex. And complexity is sneaky. It feels like progress at first. More features, more services, more tools, more people. But then it becomes harder to manage. And suddenly growth feels terrifying instead of exciting. So there are three paths of scale: people, tools, simplification. First, people. You add hands, support, and capacity. Second, tools. You automate, track, speed up, reduce manual work. Third, simplification. You reduce scope, reduce variation, reduce complexity. All three can be correct, but the right one depends on what is actually breaking, and this is important. Most founders skip the diagnosis and go straight to treatment, and that's why they choose the wrong thing. So, how do you choose the right path? You ask one question: what is the bottleneck? What is the thing that is actually limiting the growth right now? Common bottlenecks look like too many tasks for one person, too much annual repetition, too much variation in delivery, too many customer types, and too many support requests. Your solution must match the bottleneck. Here's a simple mapping. People fix bandwidth problems. Tools fix repetition problem. Simplification fixes complexity problem. And here's where most founders get it wrong. They hire to fix complexity, but hiring doesn't fix complexity. It usually multiplies it because now you have complexity and coordination and training. So when should you scale with people? Scale with people when tasks are repeatable and documented. Work volume is high and predictable. You know what good looks like, and you can train someone using SOPs, because hiring without documentation turns into a training full time. And that's not skill. It just shifts your workload. So here's the rule: hire when the process is clear, not when you are panicking. If you hire in panic, you usually hire fast, train poorly, and get disappointed. Not because the person is bad, because the system wasn't ready. Now, when should you scale with tools? Scale with tools when the same tasks happen repeatedly. You can define triggers and outcomes clearly. Error happens because of forgetfulness, not judgment, and the automation is low risk. Tools should remove friction. They should reduce steps. They should remove back and forth. They should reduce mental load. But if tools create new complexity, new logins, new dashboards, new workflows you don't understand, they are not helping. And here's the key: tools less important than process clarity. A good process with simple tools beats a messy process with expensive softwares every time. Now let's talk about the most underrated scaling strategy: simplification. Simplification is often the fastest way to scale because it reduces the burden of operations. Simplify when you offer too many variations. You customize too much. Customers confuse your offer. Support volume is high because your service is complicated. Delivery feels inconsistent. Simplification can look like narrowing your offer, removing low value services, standardizing packages, tightening scope. And here's the surprising truth: many businesses don't need more people, they need less complexity. Simplification increases speed and quality without hiring. It reduces mistakes, it reduces support, it reduces training time. It's not always glamorous, but it's powerful. Now let's end with a mature rule that protects you from bad scaling decisions. First, fix the process before you add people or tool. Ask, can we remove steps? Can we template this? Can we clarify onboarding? Can we reduce support by improving documentation? Can we reduce variation in delivery? If you fix the process, everything else becomes easier. Hiring becomes easier. Automation becomes safer. Growth becomes calmer. But if you don't fix the process, every new person and tools add layers of confusion and the business becomes harder to manage, not easier. All right, let's work this up. Scaling isn't adding more, scaling is increasing output without increasing chaos. So choose based on the bottleneck: people for bandwidth, tools for repetition, simplification for complexity. And remember the rule: fix the process first. In the next episode, we'll close season 4 with a full perspective: scaling without losing your life, because a business that grows but destroys you is not success. Season 4 is about building something that can hold success calmly. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one.